Happy morning, students. Coming back to the chapter quadrilaterals, today we are going to see about the midpoint theorem. This theorem states that the line segment joining the midpoint of two sides of the triangle is parallel to the third side and equal to half of it. Given a triangle ABC and E and D are the midpoints, we want to prove that DE is parallel to BC and DE is equal to half of BC. Given a triangle ABC in which D and E are the midpoints of sides AB and AC respectively, and DE is joined, to prove DE is parallel to BC and DE is equal to half of BC. A construction, draw CF parallel to BA meeting DE produced in F. Now consider triangle AED and CEF, where triangle ADE and triangle CEF, we have AED and CEF vertically opposite angles are equal. In point, AE is equal to EC. Since E forms the midpoint by construction, AB is parallel to CF, and taking AC as a transversal, I can get DAE angle is equivalent to angle FCE, alternate interior angles. So I am writing angle DAE is equal to angle FCE, alternate interior. Hence I got two angles and the included side of triangle AED and triangle CEF are equal to each other. So by ASA criteria, triangle AED is congruent to triangle CEF. That is, triangle AED is congruent to triangle CEF. Since triangle ADE is congruent to CEF, AD is equal to CF. But my AD is equal to BD. Since D is the midpoint of AB, instead of AD, I am writing DB is equal to CF. So DB is equal to CF, and by construction, so we know that AB is parallel to CF. Instead of AB, I am writing DB is parallel to CF. So we got DB is parallel to CF. If one pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel, we get BCFD becomes a parallelogram. So we get DF is parallel to BC and DF is equal to BC. Instead of DF, I am writing DE is parallel to BC. Multiplying half on both sides of DF and BC, half of DF, I am writing it as a DE, since they form the corresponding sides of the congruent triangles. So I am writing half of DF as DE, which is equal to half of BC. So I got DE is parallel to BC and DE is equal to half of BC. Theorem 8.10, converse of midpoint theorem. The line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side bisects a third side. In a triangle ABC, where D is a midpoint of AB and DE line parallel to BC, we want to prove that E is the midpoint of the side AC. Given a triangle ABC in which D is the midpoint of AB and it is given that DE is parallel to BC, we want to prove E is the midpoint of AC. Construction, we are drawing CF parallel to BA meeting DE produced in F. Coming to the proof, we have DE is parallel to BC. So DE has been extended to DF. I can say that DF is parallel to BC. Also, it is given that CF is parallel to AB since D lies on the line AB. Writing BD is parallel to CF since CF is parallel to AB by the construction. So we find that DF is parallel to BC and DB is parallel to CF. So DBCF is a parallelogram, which implies that CF is equal to DB, opposite sides of the parallelogram. Since D is the midpoint of AB, we get AD length is equivalent to DB length, and we proved that DB is equal to CF. So I can say that AD will also be equivalent to CF. The reason D is the midpoint of AB. Consider the triangle ADE and a triangle CFE. We have B is parallel to CF and AC is a transversal. Angle EAD and ECF are alternate interior angles. So in triangle AD and CEF, we get EAD is equal to ECF, alternate interior angles. Also we know that AD is equal to CF, we proved before. The third, AB is parallel to CF. So I am taking AD is parallel to CF and DF is a transversal. Alternate interior angles are ADE and CFE. So I am writing angle ADE is equal to angle CFE, alternate interior angles. Since so I got two angles and one included side of triangle ADE and triangle CF are equal. So by ASA criteria, triangle ADE is congruent to triangle CFE. By CPCT, I can say that AE is equal to CE since AE and CE belongs to the congruent triangle ADE and CF, which implies that E is the midpoint of AC. Hence, a line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side bisects the third side. Now coming to the problems in exercise 8.2. First problem, ABCD is a quadrilateral in which PQRS are the midpoints of the side AB, BC, CD and DA, and AC is a diagonal. Show that SR is parallel to AC and SR is equal to half of AC. PQ is equal to SR and PQRS is a parallelogram. Given a figure of a quadrilateral ABCD where PQRS are the midpoints of the sides AB, BC, CD and AD, we need to prove that SR is parallel to AC and SR is equal to half of AC. Coming to the first subdivision, let us consider triangle ACD. R is the midpoint of CD and S is the midpoint of AD. By the midpoint theorem, the line segment joining the midpoints of the two sides of the triangle is parallel to the third side and equal to half of it. So using this, where R and S are considered as a midpoint of the side AD and CD, so I get SR is parallel to AC and SR is equal to half of AC. I need to prove the second subdivision PQ is equal to SR. Consider triangle ABC where P is the midpoint of AB and Q is the midpoint of BC. By the same midpoint theorem, PQ is parallel to AC and PQ is equal to the length, half of the length of AC. So we got PQ is equal to half of AC, and the previous case we proved that SR is equal to half of AC. So comparing, PQ is equal to half of AC, SR is equal to half of AC. So I get PQ is equal to SR. The third subdivision, we have to prove that PQRS is a parallelogram. We know that PQ is equal to RS, PQ is parallel to AC and SR is parallel to AC. Two lines parallel to a given line are parallel to each other. So PQ is parallel to RS. We proved that PQ is equal to SR. Now we proved that PQ is parallel to SR. As we know that if one pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal and parallel, then it becomes a parallelogram. Hence PQRS becomes a parallelogram. Second problem, ABCD is a rhombus and PQRS are the midpoints of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA. Show that the quadrilateral PQRS is a rectangle. Let us consider triangle ABC. We have P and Q are the midpoints of AB and BC. By midpoint theorem, we get PQ is parallel to AC and PQ is equal to half of the length of AC, calling this as equation 1. And consider triangle ADC where S and R are the midpoints of the sides CD and DA. We get SR is parallel to AC and SR is equal to half of AC, calling this as equation 2. Now comparing equation 1 and 2, PQ is parallel to AC, SR is parallel to AC, so PQ is parallel to SR. Similarly, PQ is equal to half of AC, SR is equal to half of AC. So my PQ is equal to SR. So we proved that PQ is parallel to SR and PQ is equal to SR. So my PQRS becomes a parallelogram. This we want to prove PQRS is a rectangle. We need to prove that one of the angle must be equivalent to 90 degree. Since we know that the diagonals of rhombus bisect each other at right angle, AC and BD diagonal bisect each other at 90 degree at its midpoint. Let us consider triangle BCD. We have R and Q are the midpoints of the sides CD and BC. By the midpoint theorem, RQ is parallel to BD. RE will also be parallel to FO. Already we proved that SR is parallel to AC. FR will be parallel to OE. We proved RE is parallel to OF and RF is parallel to OE. So we get OE RF will be a parallelogram. In this parallelogram, OE RF we get angle O equals 90 degree. The diagonal bisect each other at 90 degree at the point O. In parallelogram, we know that the opposite angles are all equal. So the opposite angle to my angle EOF will be FRE. My angle FRE will be equivalent to 90 since it is present opposite to the angle EOF. I got angle R is equal to 90. So we get PQRS is a parallelogram with angle R is 90. Satisfies the condition of a rectangle. The opposite sides are parallel and equal and one angle is 90. Hence PQRS is a rectangle. Third problem, ABCD is a rectangle and PQRS are the midpoints of sides AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. Show that the quadrilateral PQRS is a rhombus. He has given a rectangle figure ABCD. PQRS are the midpoints of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA. We want to prove that the quadrilateral PQRS is a rhombus. Let us consider triangle ABC where P and Q are the midpoints of the sides AB and BC. By midpoint theorem, we get PQ parallel to AC and PQ is equal to half of AC, calling this as equation 1. Now consider triangle ADC where R and S are the midpoints of the sides AD and CD. By midpoint theorem, we get SR is parallel to AC and SR is equal to half of AC, calling this as equation 2. Now comparing 1 and 2, we get PQ and SR are parallel to each other and PQ is equal to SR. Here we proved that PQ is parallel to SR, PQ is equal to SR. Thus, in a quadrilateral, one pair of opposite sides are parallel and equal. So PQRS is a parallelogram. It's given in the problem ABCD is a rectangle. So its opposite side AD is equal to BC are equal. Multiplying half on both sides of the equation. So I get half of AD is equal to half of BC. Since S is the midpoint of AD, half of AD I am writing it as AS. So where half of AD becomes AS. Since Q is the midpoint of BC, I am writing half of BC as BQ. So I am writing half of BC as BQ. Consider triangle APS and a triangle BPQ. We have AP is equal to BP. P forms the midpoint of the line segment AB. Also we know that angle A is equal to angle B. C is equal to 90 degree. Since ABCD forms a rectangle, so I am writing angle PAS is equivalent to angle PBQ, which is equivalent to 90 degree. Third one, already we got AS equal to BQ in the previous step. Two sides and one included angle of triangle APS and triangle APQ are equal to each other. By SAS criteria of congruence, triangle APS is congruent to triangle BPQ. So by CPCT, I got PS is equal to PQ. Already we proved that PQRS is a parallelogram. So the opposite sides in a parallelogram are equal. We get PQ is equal to SR and PS is equal to QR. What PS is equal to PQ, but my PQ is equal to SR and PS is equal to QR. So I got PQ is equal to QR is equal to SR is equal to PS. Parallelogram gets the shape of the rhombus. Hence PQRS becomes a rhombus.